We assume that your purpose is automatically a part of your professional goals or personal goals, and that's not true at all. It's not included. You have to be purposeful with it. You have to do the work yourself. You have to make sure that you set those intentions. Let's see. Everything's working now. So we assume that your purpose is automatic. Look at that. It was supposed to be off. Okay, I just learned that there's a delay, but that's working. Okay. So we just assume that it's automatic, and it's not. You know yourself better than anyone else, and you know what it is that you desire. You know what it is that you are striving for. You know what your goals are. Life does not know that as a whole. The people that you work with, they don't know that. The people that work underneath you, they don't know that. Your family, your friends, no one else knows that but you. And I'm finding that too often, you don't know that. We don't know that about ourselves. We don't take the time to really find out, who am I? You make it's really complicated. We tend to make it overly complicated, trying to figure out what we already know deep inside, who we are and what it is that we were meant to do. Now, we spend a lot of time in our lives trying to look for that purpose, but I'm telling you, it's not that far. It's really not. And looking outside, you're not going to find it there. You're not going to find it there. So, but if you don't have a clear identity, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, you tend to waste a lot of time, whether that's personal or if that's on a professional level. You waste a lot of time. You get a lot of time to a lot of people, corporations, just relationships. You spend a lot of time and you just waste it. I'm not saying that you're not going to learn something from it. You learn something from everything you do. I'm not saying that you wasted every single part of your life in that moment. That's not true. Things come from, there's creation out of everything that we do. But is it going towards your ultimate goal? The answer is yes. But is it expedited, or is it going to take you around the mulberry bush? That's where most of us lie. We end up going around the mulberry bush trying to find our purpose when it wasn't that far. It was not far from you, but you end up spending a lot of time looking for it. Now, there are 4 different things that I want to point out to help you to make sure that you align your purpose with your professional goals. And I just let you know, it goes with your professional goals as well as your personal goals. But purpose is not that far. So let's make sure that yours is included with everything that you touch so that you don't waste any time. Okay. Especially right now in 2025, we are not wasting any time. We got enough resources going out the door. So let's make sure that your power, your energy, your time sticks with you and it goes to exactly what's for you and nowhere else. So the first thing that I want to point out is that you need to understand what your personal values are. Like I said, we tend to think that it's somewhere else or that it develops as we get older. No, the things that are inside of you, they're always there. They don't come as you get older. Maturity doesn't necessarily have anything to do with that. And age definitely has nothing to do with your purpose. It's always there. So take a moment to just kind of sit still and evaluate yourself. Ask yourself, well, what kind of things do I like? What are my natural talents? What are my natural interests and my passions? Start there. Get a clear view of what it is that makes you who you are. Ask yourself, what kind of imprint and impact do I want to make on others? Decide that for yourself. This is where you get a real clear view of what your values are for yourself. How do you want to be seen? How do you want to promote yourself? What exactly do you want to do when it comes to helping other people? Like I stated before, life is not about you. It's not about just only you, because then the earth would be a lot less crowded if that was the case. So we know that that's not true. But you want to make sure that you know what it is that you're doing and what kind of ripple effect that you are making inside this time in the place that we call life and earth, right? What is it that you believe in? Ask yourself these core questions so that you can also just kind of Be very clear with what it is that your personal values are. Who am I? What am I doing? Only you can answer that. Now, there's a world of people that will try to influence that, but you are the only person who could truly answer it and commit to it. Okay? Don't be committing to stuff that's for somebody else, because you are going to end up with results that you don't care for. That's how that happens. Now, when I tell you about your personal values, this is not about money. Okay? That's a goal. That's a wish, an interest. This is nothing to do with money. This is about you as a person. Hence, personal values. Okay? It's not about money. That's not what we're looking at. Second, what are your professional goals? Do you have any? Yes, just because you got the job does not mean that this is your forever job. It doesn't mean that this is what you wanted. This could be something that you did because you're being responsible. This may not even be your passion interest at all. But you need to be clear on that decision too. Is this job something that I love, I want to be doing? Is this job something that I've taken on to be responsible? Because that makes a difference. Regardless of whether you took the job and the career that you started because you are interested and this is your passion, or whether or not you took it because you were being responsible. Whether the two, at least be clear which one it is. Okay. That's just, you want to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Now, with why you're doing it, you still want to set goals. Is this something that you want to spend a lot of time working at and doing? Do you plan on being here for a couple years? Do you plan on changing positions? Do you want a leadership role? What is it? Because guess what? Even if you're doing it to be responsible, the way that you entered it, is that where you want to stay? Or do you want to elevate throughout that position or company or organization? Do you want to grow with a job that you actually love? You love this job. You love this career. So what else do you want to do to it? Do you want to become a leader and teach other people? Do you want to help this company grow? Do you want to learn everything that you want to learn from this organization so that you can do it on your own? Just understand what it is that you're doing with where you are. Like I said, be clear with yourself. Am I here because this is something that I love? Or am I here because this is something that I'm being responsible in? Whatever the purpose is, set a goal. Do you want another level? Do you want to stay where you are? You are in charge of your goal and what dreams that you reach for. No one else can highlight that for you, but you can be clear because you know what you're trying to accomplish. Either way. Now, third, you want to make some decisions. So you've already asked yourself, okay, who am I? What is it that I'm doing? What are my professional goals? And did I set any? Now it's time to make some decisions. You have evaluated the core of it all. Make some decisions. Don't ride the fence. Well, I'm just going to stay here until something better comes. That might not come. If there's something else that you want, you are responsible for making sure that you get what you need. Don't let life dictate how long you wait for that assignment before you start working towards it. Now, with it, of course, you can't control a whole lot of things, but your actions and your input, you can control. If it's something that you are interested in, there's something that you want to be doing, start learning about it. Start learning what it is that you need and start making actionable steps. Start actively working towards it. There's no perfect time, so I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know if you're waiting for permission. There you go. If that's what you're waiting for, then I give you permission. Do what it do what you want to do, and do it now. There's no reason to wait for those goals to come to you. Sometimes you got to start willing it in like you're fishing. Okay. Sometimes you just got to will it in. You know what it is that you're trying to get. So start looking for it. Make the decision to make a decision. Too often we really just let life do what it wants with us. Whatever happens, happens. That is one of the worst things that you can actually say, because life is going to have fun. Life is going to pop lock and it's going to take you for the ride. So unless you actually feel like spending a lot of time, money, energy, years, all of that, riding this wave for wherever it's going to end, decide to take your power back in that area and start taking the steering wheel. Okay, grab a hold of that steering wheel and point the car where you want to put it. I mean it, because if you are waiting to see what life's going to do, it's going to do plenty. If anybody who's lived past 2 seconds can see that life can do whatever it wants, it is unpredictable. So do not give it the keys to your car to just abuse you. Take control and start leading it where you want to go. So make those decisions, okay? Because you cannot expect to move forward or reach the next level if you've never made the decision to do it. What are you waiting on? Who do you think is going to bring that information to you? No one's inside of your head. They don't even know what you're looking for. Sometimes God makes it apparent where he just brings the right person with the right word, the right opportunity, right knowledge to you. But you still got to know what you want, what you're trying to do with it. Like that part is for you. So make sure that you show up when it does come your way. Just know what you want. You have to know what you want. And lastly, and this one is really important, okay? Ask God for these things if you want to align your purpose with your professional goals and professional and personal goals. Ask God for discernment. I say ask for discernment because you want to know what's not even for you so that you don't waste time on it. Ask for God to give you discernment so that you can instantly feel like this isn't right. I don't even think I'm supposed to be doing that. And then honor that. If it's not for you, leave it alone. Don't ask any questions. It doesn't matter. Yes or no. For me, not for me. Should I be doing it or shouldn't I? Honor what it is that you are feeling because you are smart. You are intuitive and God is right there with you. There's no point in wasting time unless you like wasting time. So if you feel like it's not for you, leave it alone. Like I said, don't ask no questions. It doesn't matter. We won't be saying yes to that opportunity. We will not be going where that job is taking you. Whatever it's doing, when you ask God for that discernment, it kicks in immediately. It doesn't have to wait. If it doesn't feel good, leave it alone. Don't waste any time. Second, ask God for patience. We want things right now. We want it instant, but it is a process. Life is a process. Elevating up is a process. Change is a process. So you have to accept that for yourself, but that doesn't mean it's going to feel good. And that does not mean that you feel like waiting. There's no way of knowing how long things are going to take. But I assure you that when God wants to give it to you, it can be instantaneously. It doesn't even take long at all, but you just have to be ready. So ask God for patience because it's his timing and not yours. Things can move way faster than you thought they were going to be. Yeah, the book said it's supposed to take years. That doesn't mean that the opportunity is going to take that long. You probably are ready now. You have the knowledge, you have the work, you have the determination. Guess what? That opportunity does not have to take years before it's presented to you. In other situations, it may take a longer amount of time. But guess what? That's not a bad thing either, because there may be some parts that are missing that you haven't thought about, that you have not seen before, that you're not exposed to. Because guess what? When you level up to the next level, you've never been there before. So guess what? You don't know what it looks like. You don't know what's required. You can read a book all you want to. Experience is everything. But since you've never experienced before, you genuinely may not know what that position entails. That's why you have mentors. That's why you have conversation. That's why we have Google. That's why you have prayers. You can get the information. That doesn't mean that it's not coming. It just means maybe you do need a little bit of time. So take the time, because once you get started, you're going to be rolling. So just enjoy that time. Stop looking at it like it's such a hard thing. Why is this taking so long? Because maybe there's something you're supposed to wait for. Maybe there's other people involved in that dream of yours that haven't gotten into position yet. Trust God with the timing, not yourself. Just ask him for patience so that you can get through the required process to get to that next level. All right. And then lastly, just ask God for help in general. Ask him for help whenever you feel like you need it. Ask him to help you to keep from being distracted. One thing, when you are trying to reach your goals, when you have something important that you're trying to do, especially when it's attached to your purpose, when it's down deep inside of you and you need it to work, you want it to work, that's the only thing that you care about, you just are very, very focused, you don't want to be distracted. There's nothing worse than really just having this picture in your head and watching it come into fruition and then missing a step. Or forgetting a step, not knowing a step, and then trying to figure out, where did I go wrong? Like, what happened? This is not supposed to be doing that. You don't want to be there in that place unknowingly. You want to make sure that what you're doing is intentional. You know what's supposed to come next. You've already done some prep work moving forward, that you already kind of have a vision of what's supposed to happen or how this looks when it does complete. That vision could be in your head. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Do what you got to do. Line your steps up. But I promise you, ask God to keep you from being distracted. Because like I said, life is going to do what it do. It's supposed to keep you busy, keep you occupied, show you some stuff over here, squirrel moment. Life's going to do what it's going to do. Okay. It's not about to stop because you're focused. It's not about to pause because you need more time. That's not how life works. So you need to be able to make sure that you have the disciplines to keep yourself focused on the goals that are important for you, important professionally, personally, as well as your purpose. This is yours. This is your personal, private mission that God gave you. So you want to make sure that you don't allow anything, no one, nobody to interrupt what that's supposed to be. Protect it. Protect your purpose, protect your peace, and stay focused. And I'm telling you, by yourself, it's going to be difficult in these streets. It really is. Life does what it wants, and it does what it's supposed to do really good. So you want to make sure that you get all the help to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do just as well. So ask God for help for all of it. Each and every single one of you is capable of reaching the goals that you are reaching for, and everything that you need, you already have. You just have to take a moment to sit still, acknowledge it, and then make sure that you do what you need to do to make sure that it stays prioritized. That's your responsibility. No one else's. Don't blame somebody else for why it didn't show, why it didn't come down, why it didn't finish. It's your responsibility. And it does get rough. It may be a little difficult, but that's not meaning that it's worth it. It's yours. So there's no confusion. It's for you. Whether you are learning something from it, whether it is teaching you to upgrade and to do things on your own, whatever you're supposed to learn in these moments and in these next steps, enjoy it all. Use it all. Keep what's for you. Let go of the rest. Just let go of it. Okay? So ask yourself what your personal values are. Did you set professional goals? Make some executive decisions and ask God for discernment, patience, and help with your distractions. Thank you for having this moment here at Intentional Tuesdays. I hope the rest of your week is intentionally positive, relaxed, and a teaching moment. Enjoy the rest of your week, and thank you. See you next time. Bye.